Right, I'm Craig and this is Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. Today I am going to film a video that I've meant to do for quite a long time and I've been asked to do by a couple of people that subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's a review of my swing caddy SC300, which is a kind of personal launch monitor, similar light but obviously a lot cheaper than a TrackMan. TrackMans are like 10 grand, I think. I mean, maybe even more. Like, I think maybe some of the new ones now are the best part of 20 grand. So at the time of filming, the cost for this one is £450 in the UK. I don't know where I'm walking, by the way. I'm walking away from all my stuff. All my stuff's back there. I just thought, like, I got a new camera set up and I thought maybe look a bit prettier if I was kind of up here away from people. It's a bit weird. So anyway, oh look, you can see my dead cat. Look, my new microphone. It's called a dead cat, this thing. I hope that doesn't think. Anyway. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to film some sexy B-roll. Talk a bit about it from their website, like explain how it works, and then show you how it works in terms of like what you get with it, how it's maybe different to any other launch monitor. It has like a little remote and stuff, so we'll talk a bit about that. Then I have laid out some cones that you'll see behind me as little gauges, and I'm going to test how accurate it is. What I'll do is I'll hit 3 balls between 50 and 100 yards, 3 balls between 100 yards to 150 yards, and then I'll hit 3 balls 150 yards to 200 yards plus. I'll go out, it tells you out loud what the readings are, how far they go. I'll go out to the balls and I'll laser my bag, which is right next to where I'm hitting balls from, and compare how accurate it is, so get an idea. But this should be quite a quick video, but it's just that a couple of people had asked for it. So this is the swing caddy SC300, and this is kind of the pretty cool thing about it, is you get a little remote that comes with it, and you can basically control it with the remote. Oh, there's so many people looking at me now in the car park. I'll show you all these old men. All these old men over there, look, just behind me, just like, what is this young man doing? Maybe not that young anymore. Anyway, so it stays still, right? So here's the little remote, right? Basically what this allows you to do is turn the volume up and down on this. So when you turn the volume up when you hit a shot, it'll tell you how far it goes. I turn that down most of the time because if you're at the range it can be a bit annoying for other people. Hearing how far you hit it, eh? Hey, banter. Not really, that's not true. You can change the loft of the club, so you can pre-select the clubs like 3 iron, 4 iron, 5 iron, all the way through to like gap wedge, sandwich, lob wedge. But a lot of people nowadays don't have like traditional lofts on clubs like I do. I've got 52, 56 and 60, so my sandwich is 56, 52 is my gap wedge, but you can basically change the loft up and down to say this is what my club is. It's got 2 modes, like a practice mode and a target mode, so you can select. So if I change it to target mode, I don't know if you can see that up here, yeah, target mode, practice mode. So practice mode, you just hit and it'll tell you. Target mode, you can see the carry target there, 100 yards, so you can change the loft. It goes down in 5-yard increments. If I'm being perfectly honest, I've used this for ages and I'm not really sure what the point of the target mode is, because you can get the same out of it if you're just hitting the practice mode. Do you know what I mean? Like in that, if I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm going to 90 yards, leave it on practice mode, hit my shot and it goes to 90 yards. It's the same. It doesn't really make a massive difference. In terms of metrics that it gives you, so you've got carry distance, which can be changed to total distance, swing speed, ball speed, launch angle, apex, smash factor. Also, you can sync it to the app on your phone, which is actually quite a good little thing. I do use that. So one good kind of benefit of it as well is that even if you're not synced, like I won't be synced today because I'm using my mobile phone to record this video, but it will store all the shots that I take, because for the first couple of weeks of using it after lockdown, I didn't actually use the app at all. And once I downloaded the app, it had like 157 shots to sync. It brought them all over, and then it can give you averages for how far you hit it. So because of that though, it will track, because it tracks all your shots. So if you're hitting little kind of punchy things and you've got your club selected like a 9 iron, it'll that'll bring down your average distance for a 9-iron or for whatever. So if you're using it to try and work out how far you hit all your clubs, you need to be aware of that. And you can, on the day, which what I tend to do is if I'm going to practice how far I hit my 56 or whatever, you go into the app and you can select the day that you're doing it as opposed to just all time. So I know that if I'm doing it today, I'll go into the app and I'll pick today for the, I don't know if this makes sense, I think it does. I'll pick today for the shots that I'm hitting, and then I'll know that on that day I was hitting full shots, I wasn't just hitting half ones, and it won't hopefully have massive detrimental effect. Most important thing if you're going to spend 450 quid on something like this is you want to know how accurate it is, eh? So what we'll do is we'll go out now, as I've said. I'll move you around this way. Yep, beautiful. And behind me you can see I've got, yep, a little target there, target there, target there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 3 shots. In the interest of keeping it as accurate as I possibly can here, I'm going to use the same golf ball. So I'm going to use the golf ball that I play with and hit these shots. 3 shots from 50 to 100, 3 shots from 150 to, sorry, 100 to 150, and then over 150. See what the reading says, and then go out, laser it, and see how accurate it is, let you guys know. Right, so I'm all set up. I have got, basically to do it, you put the SC300 about 2 yards behind where you're hitting from, which is here for me. I have got my 9 identical golf balls. They're all TaylorMade TP5Xs, numbered them 1, 2, 3. They're going to be between 50 and 100. 4, 5, 6, they're going to be between 100 and 150. 7, 8, 9, they're going to be between 150 and 200. I'll crank the volume up full on the SC300, so I'm hoping because of where the camera is and the microphone you should be able to hear how far it goes, but if not I'll just tell you. Should be okay though. So yeah, hit the first, oh my god, a wasp, wildlife. I'll hit the first 3 between 50 and 100.
5.
That's volume number 5. I'm hoping that shows up. So I'm going to hit a sandwich, so I'm going to press sandwich. 56 degrees, it's on target mode. I'm going to turn it to practice mode, and it's immediately thinking I'm hitting a 6-iron, which I'm not. Perfect, I hope you can hear me as well, because that microphone's new. Anyway, ball number 1, between 50 and 100 yards. And my problem for these shots, I know this isn't what this is about, but I tend to come over the top of them a little bit, so try to hit more of a draw feeling. So basically that first cone really is money for 50 yards, so I'll try and hit this one about 50 yards. So here we go.
Yards.
That landed about the cone, and it said 50 yards. It says 50.3 yards. Launch angle 34 degrees. Ball speed 52 miles an hour. Swing speed 48.8 miles an hour. Try and hit this one a little further. Say, this is my favourite type of shot with these. If you watch the other video, the Dave video, this is a Dave, so this should be approximately 74 yards, I guess.
$73 yards.
I hope you heard that. 73.2 yards. Hey, what? I'm good on the range. Horrific on the course. Good on the range. Try a long Dave, which I'm trying to remember. I think this maybe goes 90 yards. See if I can remember. Right. Long Dave. 90 yards. Oh, I knifed the life of that.
94 yards.
94 yards. Oh, that was horrible. Proper knife that one. 50, 73 and 94. These ones, the balls 4, 5 and 6, they're going to be between 100 and 150 yards, so I'm switching this, still in practice mode, changing it to hit my pitching wedge, which goes about 130 yards I think, full out. Well, not full out, but like, I've watched, like when I bought this, in whenever I said it was March, I watched a bunch of videos like this. They were all American guys, like being proper professional. One dude had a TrackMan, so I'll maybe like link that video below, because this is not the most accurate test, but anyway, yeah, so 130 yards this should go. Ball number 4 changes to a pitching wedge. It's funny, as soon as you put the camera on, I immediately start thinking technical. So I'd be like, oh yeah, how do I swing the golf club again? Watch.
109 yards.
I did chunk that one a little bit. Might be right. I just looked at where it landed against the cone and I'm not sure it was right, to be honest. But put this on a little bit. Morning! Just got some really dodgy looks off some old woman there. I think she maybe thinks I was filming the other way. The car park's behind where I am, so I think she maybe thinks I was filming her. I wasn't filming me. Right, that was very my swings on camera. That was very my swings on camera. Right, come on buddy. Normal golf swing. That's more okay.
118 yards.
So that says 118. Looking at where that the 100-yard cone is, I mean maybe, it might be about right. But this does go 150. Sorry, 150. This does go 130. Definitely when I'm on the course.
115 yards.
So that was, the last one was unfortunate because I proper came out of it and knifed it. But 115 yards out of interest, so you can change it from, yeah, I mean they may be right then. Out of, I changed that one from total distance, from carry to total, it's at 124. The one that was 118 yards carry, that might have been about 130. So I'm maybe right. Yeah, proper knifed those ones, so that's pants. Changing this to be a 7-iron. It's on practice, it's on carry, so these are the ones that should be between 150 and 200 yards. And I'm like scared to say how far I think my club's going now because I've just been really short, although I've not been swinging it very well. So 7-iron for me goes about 170 yards. I thought there was a woman going to park in the space there and knock my camera away. 170 yards, so we'll see. That was a good one.
173 yards.
Yeah, there you go. 173.3 yards. 93 miles an hour, which is a little bit slower than I used to be when I was younger. I used to be about 97 miles an hour, but I was very handsy. Right, so 173 yards. Try and repeat that. There's a wee bit too much draw. A wee bit too much draw. A little bit more body turn, please. Hold it off. Nice straight one. Or a big cut.
172 yards.
172 yards. 173, 172. I'll maybe put a short tracer on those ones because of the disparity between them. One's over there, one's over there. Alright. Sorry, must be wondering why I'm talking about stuff. Yeah, it's quite weird I guess. Right, last one. 170 yards. I wonder if we should change club, try and pump one out there. Yeah. Because those were both 170. Change clubs. The range is about 200 yards. Shouldn't really hit anything. Well, you shouldn't. No, this is going to be on camera. Yeah, this is going to be on camera. You shouldn't hit anything that's going to be bigger than the range. I don't advocate doing that. I have never done that. Anyway, 5-iron for me. This goes 200 yards. So change this guy to be 5-iron. Sweet. Right. Oh, one last swing. Come on. One last good, reasonable swing.
192 yards.
192 yards, big massive block. Oof, not swinging very well at all, really. Not swinging very well at all. Anyway, I should have gone find out before those go. Come on, look at that.
198 yards.
198.8 yards that one was. I might use that one because that one was terrible. Oh really? I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, I don't know if you follow the club on Facebook, they sometimes put them up. But yeah, just like make videos playing the course and stuff. So just daft things like that really. That's what I'm doing. So I'm talking to myself. I know it looks a bit mental, but yeah. Cheers. Nice old lady there. Sorry, I hope she doesn't watch this. Nice lady. It's about to start raining. I'm gonna go and laser those. I don't know how. I'll take you with me and I'll record it. I don't know if I'll show it. It might be a bit boring. That's the bag where we were hitting from, so that's what I'm gonna laser. So it's literally exactly where we were hitting from. So I'm gonna go wander out now to these golf balls that I've numbered, and then the last one which I didn't number because I actually hit a good shot. Right, okay, so here's ball number one. Ball number one. Oh, see that? Yeah, ball number one. But it said 50 yards. It's wet on the ground today. Right, so ball number one, it said 50 yards. That's 59 yards. I'd maybe give it like 1 or 2 yards, but yeah, 9's not great. Ball number two, which was my Dave shot, which I called 73, I think. 74 I said, but it was 73. Where's the ball? Oh, here it is here. Right, here's ball number two. I mean, you trust me, right? I guess I can prove it. Bent down, but I'm not nonsensing you guys, not bullshitting you. Right, okay, ball number two, which said 74 yards. Sorry, it said 73 yards. That is 73 yards. So that's bang on. Ball number three, which I believe I hit it right, didn't I? I leaked it right. Right, ball number three is here, a bit offline, but you know I'm not lying now, at least. I actually think that's reasonably accurate for what I said. It's 92 yards. Right, ball number four. Whoop. Ball number 7. Oh no, Christ, just a terrible writing. It is a 4. Ball number 4 in its pitch mark, so it didn't move. So it said 109, 114. So that's 5 yards out. Ball number 5's up here, and I think I pushed ball number 6. Right, ball number 5. See, that's 129 yards, which is, like I said, I thought that I hit my pitching wedge at 130 yards, and I can see my ball's there, and then just across from it you can see the other one. So I said 130 yards, and that one said 109 when it was 114, and you can see that's a good bit away from it. And then the 130, this one said it was 115, and it is 131. Yeah, bang on for me. I mean, I knew how far my shots went, but not so good for the SC300. Right, so that's 4, 5, 6. Ball number 7. Is this ball number 7? Or is this ball number... This is top flight, so that's not even me. Good. Oh, here we go. There's 150, yeah. So this one, is this ball number 7? Whoop. Yep, ball number 7. Yeah, 170. 170 on the button. Dead cat. Meow. It's called the dead cat because it looks like a dead cat, I guess. Ball number 8. Yeah, ball number 8 at my feet. And that is 165 yards. And then the 200 or the 198 yard one, which for me was a rifled 5-iron right down the middle. I'm not going to count that other one because I don't have to. I don't want to. Yeah, you can see it's easily identifiable because although it wasn't numbered, for my short game practice, I paint half the ball black so that I can see how it spins when I'm practicing. So that's there. So it said 198 yards. 198 yards. 199 yards. Bang on. Bang on. It's better. Yeah, so based on that, would I say you should get it? Because obviously my opinion matters. Get it if you want to get it. I mean, personally, my short game has gotten a lot better this year. I don't know if that's as a result of this. I only really use it for short game. I'm not really bothered about how far I hit. Longer clubs, I've got quite a good idea of that just from playing for years anyway. I don't really need to know really badly how far I hit my 4-iron or whatever. But what I do like to know is how tight I can get dispersal distance wise on like a 56 or a 52 or something. And for me, it is quite handy in that regard, because I would give myself about a 5% tolerance anyway if I'm going to a distance. Like if I'm going to hit shots to 70 yards, I'd give myself 3.5 yard kind of area to hit into anyway. So I'd give myself, if I'm playing games or whatever, I'd give myself a point if I got 67 yards, or same if I got like 73 yards or whatever. So in that regard, it's fairly accurate. The only one that was really a good bit out on, it was out a little bit on the pitching wedges, but it was a good bit out on the 56, the 50 yard shot, where it said it was 50 yards and it was 59 yards. But you can change that to be carry and total distance. I reckon total distance, that was probably fairly accurate. Similar with the pitching wedges, the 118 yards, change that to be total distance 130 yards, which is what, it's quite wet here today, so it's kind of where it was landing. So I mean, it's not a million miles away. For 450 quid, I reckon you could get as good. Like you could improve your short game just with a laser, or with like a sky caddy, and marking where you're hitting balls from. Hit balls out to a distance and then mark it again. I reckon it was a bit of an impulse buy for me. And whilst I do find it quite handy, I mean, yeah, I reckon you could get a bit better results out of just hitting, like spending 450 quid on lessons or whatever, you know. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I mean, hope that helps. But yeah, if you want to know anything else about it, just drop a note in the comments below. If it was helpful, hit like or whatever. I appreciate it. I never know how to end these. Never know how to start these or end these. It's cool, right? My new camera follows me about, so it's tracking me. So it looks like there's a camera person here, but it's not. It's just me by myself. Hey, did it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. Shouldn't touch your face. COVID, sorry. Do that again. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it as always. If you are new to the channel, or if you've not subscribed yet and you want to see more videos like this, I'm just going to keep moving about, see if I can catch it off guard. If you're new to the channel, it's just such a cliche thing to say. I'm not going to say that. If you like it, subscribe. Otherwise, that's fine. You don't have to. Thanks very much for watching. I genuinely do appreciate it. Big ears. Big ears. Right. See you next week. Bye bye.